My name's Joey. Uh, I'm 40 years old, and I kind of want to go through what God has done through my life, through my heart, what He's been there through me, through ever since I was a little kid. When I was a little kid, my parents were drug addicts and alcoholics, but through God and my grandma bringing me to church every Sunday, I was able to go to church for 17 years without missing a Sunday. But through getting through high school and through just growing up and stuff, I got out of church for a few years. I made my way back, and at like 20 years old, I was actually at the Free Will Baptist Church in Broken Arrow. I was actually the youth director there, but through like not obeying God and I let God out of my heart, and things started going downhill. I got married. That didn't work out. Didn't have God in the relationship. That went downhill fast, and through that marriage, I didn't take it well. The whole divorce took me to the dark place of my life. I started using drugs. Started going to clubs, places I shouldn't be, and I went the wrong direction. I should have looked towards God, and I knew that from a younger childhood, but I didn't go that way. I just wanted to, I don't know really what back then. It just hurt me so bad through that divorce. I just took it the wrong direction. And of course, like I said, I started using drugs, started using ecstasy in the nightclubs. From there, from cocaine just to meth. And when I hit the meth, that was where I went downhill the quickest. Went from smoking the meth to shooting it up, and that's where everything went completely to an end. I lost everything I had, my house, my cars, my family. And through all this, I met Shonda a few years after that, and through her, I was able to manage my drug addiction. I guess you would call it manage it. I started doing better. I didn't fall off the end of the earth like I was doing through her prayers and stuff. But through 10 years, I put her through oblivion. I don't know. Why she stuck with me through it. I don't have a clue. It had to be in God. She'd take me back. I'd relapse after 3 months or so. She'd kick me out again. I mean, this went on and on. And finally, she just had enough. And I thought we were done forever. And of course, I was still using. And then whenever she kicked me out that last time, I went back to being the person I was before I met her. Starting using meth more, using whatever drugs I can get my hands on, drinking alcohol. I was drinking like 2 pints of alcohol a night, still getting up and going to work the next day. I was a full-blown alcoholic and drug addict. But I remember Mom sitting on the couch, and I knew I needed to go to rehab. I prayed to Mom. I was already in trouble with others, so I had to pay court fines, and I was on probation, and there's no way I could have went to rehab, and I needed it bad. So me and my mom, even in her addiction that she is in right now, she sat down there and prayed with me, and I was crying because I just didn't know how I was going to I couldn't just go to rehab and not pay my fines. Well, it was like 2 weeks later. It was a blessing in disguise. I got pulled over, got a DUI, and I thought that was the end. I thought I was going to prison for the rest of my life, or for a long, long period of time. Well, it turns out that DUI was the blessing that I needed, because when that DUI, I got out of jail the next day, but then a couple weeks later, it revoked my probation, so they put a warrant out for my arrest. Well, I went to the courthouse to pay some of my fines. I didn't know I had a warrant out for my arrest, and the sheriffs came and got me at the court clerk's office down in Tulsa County. Well, the day that I got arrested, the next day I went in front of the judge. My lawyer went back to talk to the judge in the behind the walls and stuff to try to get my bond reduced. Well, my attorney come up straight up to me. He goes, "He wants you in a program." I said, "A program?" He said, "Is that like a rehab?" he said, yeah, like a rehab. And I was like, I'm in. This is what I need. This is what I'm in. So, I mean, I knew it then. They gave me a list of rehabs to pick from. Some of them were 1 month, some of them were 6 months, and the one I went to was a year. But it gave me a few days to think about it, and I prayed over it. Which one should I go to? I knew I needed to go away for a year. And this place I went to was faith-based. So when my attorney came in and goes, okay, which one are you going to? I told him which one I was going to. And that was another blessing. It was definitely God working with me. It was a hard. I had to work at a chicken plant. It was nothing easy about that rehab. It was 1 year, worked at a chicken plant to pay my wages through the rehab, but it was faith-based. God was there. The people there were wonderful people. We got to go to church every Sunday, and once you was there for so long, you got to go to outside churches and meet with people out in the real world again. But yeah, I made it all the way through there, and I prayed to God for me and Shonda. If we did get back together, it was going to be His will. I didn't never pray like, I loved her with all my heart, but I didn't say, God, will you please put us back together? I just said, if it'll happen, it's in God's will. Well, 2 or 3 months before I graduated, we started talking again while I was still in rehab. And we got closer and closer and closer. And by the time I graduated, we were pretty much back together full force again. And through the grandbaby Presley was born, and the first time I got to see her was on my graduation day from rehab. That was a blessing, and just having her around just has helped. It's just such a blessing. She's been in my heart. But the Lord has blessed me with everything, even since I've gotten out of rehab. I got my job back that I had before I went to rehab, right back the next day. Started right back where I left off from. Then God brought me to this church here. Shonda had been going here for a while. But she told me about it, before through letters and stuff while I was in rehab. And I can get to talk to her on the phone. She told me about it, so I knew of it, but I didn't know what it was anything about it. But like I said, I come from a Free Will Baptist church. From being young, it was I wasn't used to the OC life, Occupy life. So when I get here the first time, I'm like, well, this is totally different than what I was ever used to. But I could feel the presence of the Lord here, and I knew it was a good place. And everybody here, from people preachers that's been here and went on to do their other stuff with other churches, and everybody's been a blessing. I've enjoyed being a part of it. And then just feeling the Holy Spirit back in my life again, bringing me back to where I get to be a part of something special that I've lost over the years, and now it's given me the drive to want to get out and do the stuff I want to do, like help people that's in situations like myself was, drug addictions, going to rehabs, going out on the streets, helping people. I live in the Oxford House right now, which is a sober living house. I choose to live in that Oxford House because I'm around addicts and alcoholics that I know I can help. And now through Occupied and the people of Occupied and the great Lord above, it's just been an amazing ride. It's this whole year of being back here. But like I say, I give a lot out. But like trying to help people out as much as I can right now, because I haven't had my driver's license, so I can't really just get out go drive around places and stuff. I do with what I deal with at my house and stuff like that. But I've actually now taken a position in my Oxford House chapter to go around to all the houses and help them if they need any help. I'll be more interactive in all the houses in my Oxford House chapter. So I'm excited about that. I've been praying about that because I knew I was going to get my driver's license back. I have full faith in it. But I went to did my assessment yesterday, and the lady, gave me the red stamp, and I said, all you got to do, because all your other all the classes you've taken at rehab, is all you've done, did all that. You don't have to take any more classes. You have to take, just give me that red stamp, and I just have to take the one victim impact panel. And once I do that, she's giving me that sheet, and I get my driver's license back. But like I was saying, I've never expected to get anything back through what I just want to help people. And the other day, after all that, yesterday I was sitting there talking to Shonda. I was like, we kicked back on the couches. I just turned to her. I said, "Do you ever think that you like we give out and never get anything in return?" She goes, "Yeah, I feel that way sometimes too." I said, "Yeah." I kind of laughed about it. I said, "But it's okay." I said, "We're doing the right things." And I get to church today, and Pastor Tim, he does this, puts some stuff that on the talks about some stuff that I put on Facebook about getting my license back, and such a blessing it was. And brings me up on stage, and I kind of show my testimony a little bit. I wasn't prepared for it, but I did what I could from off the top of my head like that, and I think I did okay. But people from OC took it another level that I never would have ever thought of. I mean, after me saying that nothing was ever given to me, after I do what I think I need to be doing, today they blessed me with giving me a car, and I just don't know didn't know what to think. I mean, I'm just not used to that. Nobody ever given me anything, so it came as a shocker. It was like unbelievable, but doing the right things through God. Things work out for you, and this is going to help me out tremendously because it's an SUV, so I'll be able to haul multiple guys around in it, or multiple whoever wants to come to church, or do whatever I can do to bring it, hit the streets, go pick up people from other Oxford houses to bring to church, or to bring them whatever we want to do just for the Lord. And because I was looking at buying a car yesterday, I went and looked at one. It was a little bitty car. We could put a few guys in it, but I didn't have that much money to get anything else, and it's just still unbelievable. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank Occupied enough. I can't thank the Lord enough to do what He's did in my life. Brought me back from being nothing but a sinner, and nothing but, to me, I was nothing but a piece of the dirt that's on this earth. I wasn't worth anything. I thought I should have been buried under the prison. The stuff that I've done during my addiction and stuff, and but the Lord above, He's true. You trust in Him, He'll do things for you, that unbelievable stuff. I mean, I'm happy. I don't need millions of dollars. I got my life back to me. I got Shonda. I got the kids. I got OC, and I got the people of OC, and that's all I need right now. But on that, I'll finish up. And I just want to thank the Lord. Thank you.